Hello, this is Miss Andrea. In my last video, I spoke with my friend Delana, and we talked about homeschooling while working a full-time job. This time, part two in this series, Delana asked me questions about getting your child ready for graduation, paperwork, standardized tests, and that type of thing. I hope you enjoy this video. In my notes, you'll find information on how to reach Delana if you're looking for a realtor. You know how to reach me. If you have a question, just ask it in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Enjoy the video.
And what should a homeschooling parent um, basically keep as their child matures into ninth grade and or is in eighth grade and doing high school work so they can
Mm-hmm.
prepare slash organize that most important college portfolio?
Yes! Get a planner. Here's an example. This is called the Panda Planner, but you can take any planner and just put a sticker over their little designations and change how you want to use the planner. Starting in 6th and 7th grade, I want the kids to get into a habit of keeping a journal that has every subject that they're writing on for the day, and then next to that, write how much time you spent on it. So, fractions, 40 minutes today. Science, 90 minutes today. Whatever. I want them to be in that habit because there are colleges who are going to ask how much time you spent on each subject, and that's how they award credits. And universally, credits are awarded by how many hours you spent on that. So keeping a journal is going to help immensely. They need to get into that habit in 6th and 7th grade so that they have it down pat by 8th grade.
Okay.
So that said, once they hit 8th grade, you need a time journal and even a synopsis of what they did, because that's going to help you go back at portfolio time and say, oh, yeah, we did this neat thing. Let's include a picture of it because I know I have a picture of this, or let's include a statement about it. Do you know what I mean? Those
Yes.
awards we did, all of that will be in the journal. Keep a journal, y'all. So in addition to journaling, you need to have a screenshot of your whatever textbook you used and the index page of your textbook. If you used an online program, you just do a screenshot of that site and a screenshot of those contents. Because if you go into a Khan Academy and you click on science, there's a page where you see a screenshot of the table of contents for that topic. So you need the text or program, you need the table of contents, and then you need the grades, how you graded them, what method you used of grading, whether it just be mastery, they didn't move on until they got a 90, or whether you just graded every, you know, line item. And if you
Okay.
do Khan Academy, you do your printout. If you do Khan Academy, all those grades will come up. A lot of the online programs work that way. Um, and then if it's if it's science or math, the printout is the printout and the lab sheets are the lab sheets. You just have those. So keep
Okay.
every lab sheet, keep every grade printout. Um, you can assign extra credit if your child is falling short, but that extra credit needs to make sense to the subject, and then you show the extra credit project.
Okay.
Um, and then for more interpretive classes like literature, history, you have them write a paper and you have them rewrite that paper until it's real good, because that's going to go in their portfolio and that's going to show their depth of understanding and creativity toward that
Yes, and
subject.
I remember um, one of the ways that we did my youngest child's literature was to focus on the different writing styles. Remember,
Mhm.
we focused on persuasive.
And that's 8th, ninth grade, maybe 10th. but you need the 4 types of essays. That's early high school. And then middle high school, you need like a 3 or 4 page paper on a topic, on a piece of literature. They have to start writing about literature that they're reading, or they can write about history. I often would assign one paper that served history and literature, because you would get your literature or your English grade based on the grammar mechanics of your paper. And you would get your history grade based on your content.
Okay.
You know,
Yes. And why do duplication of work?
it's not necessary. You've shown your knowledge and you've shown your ability to write. So, you know, that there are test-centric classes, and you just need to have those test scores or quiz scores or what have you. And then there are writing-centric classes and project-centric classes. And you need to show those essays. And the last year, well, 11th grade, you're going to do a full term paper bibliography deal. And then 12th grade, you're going to be working on personal statements.
Yes.
Personal statements and college essays. If you haven't gotten to that full bibliography by 12th grade, you can do first half of the year personal statements and essays, and the second half of the year you can do that huge writing project.
Now, for parents whose children are, say, in 9th grade, merging into 10th grade, right on that cusp, when do you recommend that parents start preparing their children for the PSAT and the SAT or the ACT? And can you speak a little bit about the difference between the two types of exams?
Absolutely. So, and everyone misses this mark, especially in public schools. So public school parents, I hope you're listening. Please hear me. The school is not going to offer your child the PSAT until 11th grade.
11th grade?
The PSAT, yes. And I've had children come to it in 12th grade, and they go, well, I'm a senior, and they go, oh, whoopsies, we made a mistake. So listen to me. The PSAT is the test used to decide if your child is a National Merit Scholar. The guidance counselors like to pick and choose which children will be a candidate for National Merit Scholarship. Whether you are in public school or whether you are a homeschooler, you, the parent, need to make sure that your child is taking a PSAT in the 9th grade. And if they don't get that PSAT in the 9th grade, the latest they should be looking at a PSAT is 10th grade. So we're in January. If your child's in the 9th grade and you missed it, get a PSAT workbook and have them work on that until next fall, because then the 10th grade, they have to be looking at a PSAT. The one that counts, they will see in 11th grade. And that is the one that will have them designated as National Merit Scholar. National Merit means there's a handful of colleges that your child won't have to pay for. We don't want to sleep on this at all. If you hear my passion, you know, like, we don't want to sleep on this. If your child is smart, let them get familiar with the test before the test counts, because nothing lowers anxiety like familiarity with the test, which is why I want them to see the test 2 times.
So what I'm hearing is they can take,
say that again.
Is they can take the PSAT as many times as they want up to the true designation date.
The PSAT is only available once a year.
Okay.
So you need to get into it in the 9th grade and 10th grade. You just need to reach out to your local homeschool community groups and say, hey, who's doing the PSAT? Because there's always a parent or a church or someone issuing the PSAT. Get your child in it. Okay. So that said, you've taken your PSAT 2 to 3 times. You're a National Merit Scholar or you aren't a National Merit Scholar. No problem. We start practicing for the PSAT in 9th grade. You need to be in that SAT or ACT in the 10th grade.
So they're going to run basically concurrently.
Girl, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so what's going to happen in the 10th grade, the first time you see these standardized tests, fall of 10th grade, I want your kid to take one SAT and one ACT. And when that is over, the child will report back to you and tell you that one of the tests felt like death. They're made based on 2 different types of brain wiring. Okay? Either your child is a critical thinker SAT, algebra, algebra 2, just vocabulary, or they're more of a visual learner, thinker, geometry, trick, ACT. You're going to think you know, but you won't know until they've taken that test. And they'll let you know, I would rather eat glass than do that again. And they'll feel very strongly about how they felt about one test over the other. And then those test scores are going to come in and they're probably going to confirm what your child said to you. Because although the tests are weighed equally, because you can go online and find ACT compared to SAT, so you don't have to worry about what the colleges you're looking at are accepting. There's a scale that will compare and let the college know, we like SATs. Here's how this kid did on the ACT. Here's your comparative score. Okay. The test scores are going to show you which one your child is stronger at. And then you drive that in and you take that test every time it is offered. The second time your child takes that test, the score is going to jump for the SAT 100 points. The score is going to jump for the SAT about 100 points. For the ACT, like 3 or 4 points. But, one is scaled in hundreds and one is scaled on, 0 to like 24. So you're going to have a substantial jump that second time. Why? Familiarity. And then every time they take it, they're going to get more comfortable and they're going to understand the test more. So by the time we get to senior year, September, final test, that's going to be the best that child could do. And that's the test that we send to the schools. We don't report the tests as homeschoolers. When you're in public school, every test that you take gets reported. As homeschoolers, we don't report the test. We just take the tests. And we wait and see how they're going to do.
Okay.
They're going to get a super score at the end of the day. So you don't report until that last test. And then you'll get the super score. That was a lot.
That was a
lot. but you understand my points. Yes. So yeah, there's that. So Delana is also my friend. We met through homeschooling and we've gotten close over the years. She's my sister now. It is what it is. And she's also my realtor. So if you live in the greater Atlanta area and you want a realtor, especially if you're building a new house, you want her. Trust me, because those builders be trying stuff. And she's just really good at working with builders. She has relationships with builders. And she's just really good at making sure that people who buy new homes don't fall into a lot of the traps that new home buyers fall into. So I will leave her website down below. So,
DeAndre,
any last words, Delana?
Yes, thank you everybody for taking the time out of your day or your evening to watch this awesome video that Miss Andrea and I have put together for you. on homeschooling. And I hope that you continue to check out what she has to offer to the homeschool community. Thank you.
Thank you. Until next time.
Bye.